It's an exciting day in the lab today because we got something from TinyChipHub. Now, TinyChipHub is one of those companies that I've been really excited to test out their products. I've never actually seen a TinyChipHub product in real life, but I have spoken extensively with their team and with their engineers and with several people who own, love, and swear by these products. Let's take a look at what they sent us. And I am awfully excited here. Let's remove the styrofoam. Here it is. This is the TinyChipHub Bitaxe Gamma Turbo. It's like a Bitaxe GT, a regular one, but also slightly different. Now, when you think of TinyChipHub, think about like AMG and Mercedes. And what AMG does is they take your regular Mercedes and they add a bunch of upgraded components. They make it look better. They make it perform better. And overall, it's just a better product. But at the end of the day, it's still a Mercedes, and it's the same with TinyChipHub and Bitaxe. At the end of the day, this is still a Gamma Turbo. It still has two ASIC BM1370 chips, and most of the components are shared. So basically, this is like an upgraded performance version. Now, if you compare it to this right here, this is a Bitaxe GT that I've modified, but it's got more of the stock and standard PCB. That's the board that you see right here. Now, I've added an Noctua fan to this one, and it's also sitting in a custom stand that I designed and developed, which allows for a fan on the back. I think that looks pretty cool. Now this one you can see right off the bat is different because it's white, but it's also wider. So this one is 60 millimeters across, this one is 70 millimeters across. And the reason they did that is so they could add this big ass heatsink right here to keep this device nice and cool. Speaking of cool, when I was running tests with this thing, I wanted to see how high of a hash rate I could get before crossing a 68-degree threshold for either the VR or the ASIC temperatures. Now, I was able to get 3.75 terahashes per second out of this thing in this configuration as it sits. Now with this, I'm curious to see how high we can go before crossing that 68 degrees. I think this is really going to help. Now of course, this does not have a fan on the back, and these devices, as you can see, a ton of the components, pretty much all of the components are all on the back of the board. So I'm not sure how much this is going to help as far as all the stuff back there. It should keep at least this portion of the board nice and cool, but we won't know until we plug it in and see. So that's what we're going to do. Let's plug this thing in, we'll let it warm up, and then we're going to push it to see how far it will go. Maybe we'll break it. I guess that's just part of the fun here on the channel. But let's plug it in and let's find out. So as I was going into the box to get my laboratory optimized PSU, which is pretty heavy by the way, I noticed that this was in here. It's a little Bitcoin. That's pretty cool. That's some of the premium stuff that you get as part of being a TinyChipHub customer. That's that whole like AMG luxury experience I was talking about. So anyway, pretty neat. Okay, so moment of truth here. Let's plug this thing in and make sure it works. Can you imagine if I plug it in and like nothing happens? This whole video for nothing? Let's see what happens. Here we go. And it's alive! All right. We will go ahead and get this thing all set up. If you want to know how to set one of these things up, there's another video where I actually go through the setup of a GT. It's going to be the exact same here, no difference. So go to that video and follow those steps if you want. But I'm going to go ahead and get this thing all connected and then we'll do some tests. Okay, so we're connected and mining away. We are trying for a Bitcoin Cash block. In fact, all of my miners right now are trying to get a BCH block on Solo Pool, except for one that's connected to my public pool trying to get a Bitcoin block. So we're going to try that for a couple weeks and see what happens, but that's neither here nor there. Now, for a video like this, I think a comparison is good, because if I just show you what the numbers look like on this and I say, hey, this is good, good compared to what? And so this is kind of a showdown of the modded GTs. In the red, we've got that black one I showed you that's got a fan on the back. It's got that cool stand I designed. It's got a couple of heat sinks, copper ones that I attached to the back. And then in the purple here, or over there, I guess, you've got the TinyChipHub version that's got that 70 millimeter PCB. It's got beefier copper traces. It's got that huge heat sink. And so let's take a look and see how they compare. Now right now, the black one is at 2.82 terahashes per second, and it fluctuates. It goes up and down. ASIC temp number 1 is 65 degrees. ASIC temp number 2 is 67 degrees. And the VR temp is 66 degrees. Now, if we take a look at the purple one, that's the TinyChipHub version, we are at 68 degrees for ASIC temp 1. We are at 64.8 for ASIC temp 2. And then we are at 62 degrees for the VR temp. So this is kind of interesting. So the TinyChip version is hotter on ASIC 1, but it's cooler on ASIC 2 than the black one, but it's 4 degrees cooler as far as the voltage regulator temperature. So they're very close. you know, again, very similar in temp, and it's interesting to see that. I actually would have expected the VR temps to be a little lower on the black one just because of all those, because of that fan in the back doing its thing, but these tests sometimes surprise you. Now, I've seen this hash rate get as high as about 3.75 terahashes for both of these. In fact, the TinyChipHub version climbed up to about 3.89 for a couple of seconds. So overall, that was very exciting. You know, for what these are, oh my gosh, look at it. It's almost 4 terahashes a second. Right when I said that, it's at 4.27. Oh my gosh, I gotta screenshot this. Okay, I hope I got that. That's awesome. Okay, so 4 terahashes for this little device. These are formidable, mighty little devices. They are a fantastic first miner. If you're just starting out in home mining, or if you just want to expand your home mining farm, the GT is a cool option. That stand that I made with the fan in the back, tonight I'm actually going to work on modifying that to fit this TinyChipHub version, because I think it could really benefit from having that stand. Having that extra airflow in the back, I think will cool this thing down, and I think it will run a little better. So overall, I am really happy with this device. I'm impressed with it, and it's unique. You know, this is the only place I think you can buy a white version, and the only one I've seen that's in 70 millimeters, so definitely a unique offering. Anyway, these things are cool. I love this stuff. I love playing around with this. A huge thank you to TinyChipHub for sending this to me and allowing me to test it on the channel. I even offered to send it back when I was done, and they said, you know what, you can keep it. So now I have a cool TinyChipHub miner, my very first TinyChipHub device, and I am excited about owning this thing. They also have some really cool products. They do their own version of the NerdQX++, and then they've got the Zyber 8G, which is the next thing I really want to check out. It's kind of a competitor to the Nerd, the Octax. So it has 8 chips total. The thing gets like 11 terahashes per second, and it's got this really cool plexiglass display with these like metal standoffs, these anodized metal standoffs. So maybe they'll send me one of those things at some point to test it out. I would love to check it out. But so far, I am very impressed with TinyChipHub as a company. Again, I like what they do. I like the fact that they thoroughly test their products and beat the hell out of them, you know, ultimately to make the best versions of things. I like that approach to all of this. And again, I like the company as a whole. Everyone I know who owns these things swears by them. And I've seen a lot of pictures where like guys have a shelf with all their miners on it, and every single one is a TCH miner. They all have this like unique look to them. Even their Gammas are really cool. They come in like a little carbon fiber display case, and they just look very awesome. So anyway, that's pretty much all I've got for today. If you have any questions about this thing, let me know in the comments. You can also send me a message on Instagram. And then keep an eye on cartboostmining.com. We've got some cool stuff there. I've got some free STL files. I've got some adapters for sale, all kinds of good stuff on the site, and more to come. So thank you so much for tuning in today. To everyone who has supported the channel so far, I thank you. I'm really enjoying this stuff, and I really like to talk about this and play with these devices and do all this crazy stuff. And hopefully, one of these days, one of these devices will actually make me a whole bunch of money by hitting a Bitcoin block or something like that. So we'll see. But that's all I got for today. Thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful night.